chance of fret buzz, which is essentially the strings vibrating against the frets. So a couple of ways to check this. If you've got a steel rule, you can just run that between the D and G strings. Just get down to eye level and check for clearance toward the middle of the fretboard. And you can use feeler gauges and things like that to get exact measurements there. The number's fairly arbitrary. It really does depend on your own preferences. One thing that is a little more intuitive is if you fret the low E at the first fret, the last fret, and then tap down on the 12th fret, if that string can actually move, as in it's not lying flat across the strings, you've probably got the appropriate amount of neck relief. If it's laying flat, you're going to want to introduce more neck relief. If it's too high, you're going to want to take some of that relief away. Now the way to adjust your neck relief, just remove the base plate off the truss rod cover. Take your Allen key that should be part of your packaging. It will be in the same bag as your cable. As I said, I'm going to introduce more relief to this neck, so I'm going to want to turn this counterclockwise. And what that does is loosen the truss rod, which then allows the tension of the strings to take up and introduce more relief to the neck. So when you're doing this, I wouldn't turn more than about 1/8 of a turn each time and check. You'll also want to keep an eye on your tuning while you're doing this. Okay, and that's good. But that's what you do. If you need to keep adjusting, just turn the Allen key. As I said, turn it counterclockwise if you need to introduce more relief.